Welcome, everyone, back to the Alignment Factor Unlocked. I'm your host, Julie Surratt, founder of the Dharma Circle. And I'm here today with a living legend, Dr. Terri Levine. She's like an OG in this world of online marketing and coaching and all of that. Terri, such an honor to have you here.
Well, that was like the most phenomenal intro. I would have to live up to this now. I'm excited to be with you, Julie.
Yes. Well, based on this is our first time meeting, but just based on my research and studying of you, I know you already have, and you will, of course. So, so those of you that are watching, just so you have kind of an idea of who we've got here with us today, like I said, Terri's like an OG. So, she's been around for a really long time. She's the real deal. Not only is she incredibly qualified in the world of coaching and business coaching and all of that, but she's also worked with 5,000 plus people, probably even more than that, way more than that. She's been around for 30 years in the world of business, sales, and marketing. She is a popular keynote speaker, best-selling author, and she is here with us today. So Terri, I'm so excited to have you here, to have our people learn from you, and also for me to have an opportunity to learn from you. So thank you.
I love sharing value, connecting. So I'm honored to be with you, Julie.
So you've probably seen it all pretty much at this point. I'm curious. I mean, you're very wise. You have a wealth of experience, a wealth of knowledge. I would love to just start with what you most often see as people's biggest blocks to their dreams and to creating I don't know if you want to go in the realm of people's lives and dreams, or in the realm of business coaching people's business dreams. So I'll let you choose, but what is usually people's biggest block?
I'm going to give you a little of each, just a little of each. Okay. The biggest block in their personal lives is the lack of self-confidence, the lack of believing they can achieve what they desire. And so very often they stop themselves because they just don't have the confidence. They just don't believe that it can occur for them. In business, in my experience, it's something else, which is they don't actually have the know-how. And so they make mistakes, they do it all wrong. They try to model and imitate what other people are doing because they think those people are successful, and very often they're not. And so they spend a lot of time, money, and energy doing things all wrong. And very often when I start with one of my I call them client family members, we literally have to blow up everything that they have learned about business, sales, and marketing, because quite frankly, it's wrong.
Wow. Okay. So that could be a big paradigm shifter for some people. So anyone who's out there that's wait, am I doing it wrong? Are there some telltale signs that they can start to ask themselves? What would you recommend for them?
The first thing is to see if you're what I call a cookie cutter business. And so cookie cutter business means I can go to your website and I can look at all your claims and I could go, so what? Oh, I'm certified. So what? I have convenient hours. So what? Or I would hope so. I get great results with my clients. I would hope so. They're customer service friendly. I would hope so. So if it's those things, then you're a cookie cutter and you're filled with platitudes and jargon. And the second one is what I call, bless you, what I call the scratch and sniff test. This is what it is. If your website, I can go to your website and I could scratch out your name and put my name in there, you are the same as everybody else. And I do this all the time. I go look at sites of coaches, consultants, speakers, trainers, authors, just all different people. I'm like, that one looks like that one. That one sounds like that one. And there is no uniqueness. And so it's a very important thing not to be a cookie cutter, not to be filled with platitudes, and to make sure that whatever your messaging is, no one goes, so what? Or, well, I would hope so.
So then the natural next question is, if the person is listening to you and is like, uh-oh, I think I'm all of those things or one of those things, what would be the next step for them?
Great question. So instead of having what most people have, a USP, unique selling proposition, or an elevator pitch, just forget all of that, because that's a bunch of jargon. I heard a coach say one day, I take people from point A to point B really fast. Well, first of all, what's point A? What's point B? And what if I don't want to go really fast? You've told me nothing. So a core unique positioning statement is that it's unique. So it starts with I help, I serve, or I support, then very specifically the exact who. Then it tells get what result, which is a result that your target audience has told you they want, not what you're passionate about offering. And finally, it ends with your proprietary product, service, or method and guaranteed. So it sounds like this. I help coaches create their first $100,000 in income in 6 months or less with my proprietary modern coaching method, guaranteed. Model that, because when you do, no one else can make the same exact claim that you made. And in a sea of sameness, now you're standing alone. Does that make sense, Julie?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I think so many people, like I was literally just talking to someone yesterday and she has a very specific niche and she like really resists the fact that like that is actually her niche. And she's like, but I really can help everybody. It's like this conflict. How would you help someone navigate that?
So I've been in business for 43 years and I've had many, many different businesses. And I can tell you that the reason I've been successful, I don't have one of those failure stories that a lot of successful people do. I hit the ground successful. And the reason is I've always had a small, narrow, deep, specific audience. I'm not here to help everybody. I know better. Your ego is not your amigo. You cannot help. Okay. I can help specific kinds of people. And the more you drill down to specific people, the narrower your target is, the more that you will get known in that industry, known for the results that you bring. And literally, not only the more clients you'll be able to serve and help and make a transformation for, the more that you will be seen as an expert versus a generalist. And just teaching by example, I work with a lot of doctors. Generalists in medical practices don't make a lot of money anymore. However, doctors who specify in something, women with hormonal problems, as an example, they do so much better. So you want to be very specific and very clear. And, think of yourself as, is your business Walmart or is your business, like Neiman Marcus? You can't be in business and think I'm just going to help the general population, because you have to specify who that is. Walmart's target audience is not the same as Neiman Marcus.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. So really like embracing that as truth, like you've seen many examples of it. So if someone has an inner dialogue of, yeah, that sounds great, but it's like, well, hold on, no, but like, this is the truth. And also as a note, that's also why it's helpful to actually have a coach to, walk you through. So you're not trying to figure it out by yourself, right?
Yeah, and I'll speak to that really quickly. So,
Yeah.
I've been successful, really successful. I don't actually take credit for my business success. I hired coaches and consultants, and I still have them, and I never would be coachless or consultantless. And I hire people who are running bigger and faster than me. I've gotten the opportunity to work with great people like Zig Ziglar,
Wow.
amazing mentors, right? I made the investment even at times when I was just starting my first business and I didn't really have money. And because of that, I have been able to earn from the mistakes that they made instead of learning from my own mistakes and wasting a lot of time, money, and energy. So even in my coaching and consulting business, roughly 20 some 30 years ago, I got 30 clients in 30 days, did $500,000 the first year way back when. And that wasn't because, oh, Terri is like amazing. No, it's because I worked with people who are running bigger and faster than me, who showed me the ropes. And now I bring all of that together for my clients so they don't make mistakes either.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's so cool. So one of the things you touched on was confidence, that people are lacking. Let's talk about that for a second. Like, how does someone I feel like that is such an interesting topic. Like there's so many different directions to take that. Let's talk about just where do you want to take that? I'll let you lead. Yeah.
So the reason that we typically lack confidence is something is new, something's different. And words that go through our head that we might not be conscious of are, I can't do that. It's not going to work for me. I can't see that. I don't know how to do that. What if I'm not successful? And so this is what I call an inside job. It always cracks me up when a new client family member comes in and they're like, okay, what do I have to do first? I'm like, well, first we're going to work on your mindset. What? I'm like, we have to do that because you have to have your belief and your confidence. So imagine if you don't have a lot of confidence and you want to help people lose weight. And if you're thinking, well, I think I can coach people to lose weight. I think I can do that. And you go out there and you start talking to people, you're not going to sound confident. Whereas if you know that you're doing something where you can truly transform somebody's life, and you're even willing to guarantee it because you're that sure of it, then you go out there and go, Julie, I know for a fact I can add $100,000 to your business. In fact, Julie, I'm so sure I'm going to give you a guarantee. If it doesn't happen in 6 months, I'll give your money back.
Wow.
The difference between that and going, Julie, I think I could help you lose weight. What do you say? Well, I'd run from that. Like if I went to a doctor and the doctor said, oh, I think I might be successful in doing a back surgery on you, I'd be like, let me go to the doctor who's sure they can do it.
Yeah.
So that's where it comes from. It comes from working on what are your beliefs and then building that muscle. And you really want to do that first. So in business consulting and coaching, I recommend you start there before you dive into actions. Because if you dive into actions without confidence, you're not going to get anywhere.
So how does it work though? Because I think also sometimes confidence also comes with taking the action, yeah.
Yeah. I think as you get more evidence or what I call proof, you get more confidence, right? Like, oh, I just helped a client and that happened. Oh yeah, I'm good at this.
Yes.
However, you've got to work on mindset before you even get that first client or that fifth client, or whatever. You have got to, number one, pick a transformation that you 100% can stand behind and guarantee. You know that you can deliver. And number two, you have literally got to stand in the mirror every single day and give yourself that pep talk. I can do this. I'm excited to do this. I want to do this. I know I can do this. This is what I'm great at. And if you're picking a business where you maybe don't know you're great at, you're in the wrong business.
Well, that's key then. That's super important. I love what you just said about standing in front of the mirror. Are there other like tools or practices that you do or that you recommend clients do for developing confidence and setting themselves up to win for the day?
Yeah, great question. So every single day, my clients do a little video chat, and we all do this, and we all do a little video on our phone, and we have an app that we use, and we set our daily intentions, and we call it our daily intentions. Very simple. And I recommend this for everyone. So every single day we get up and first we start with whatever we're grateful for. Second, we set our intentions, not to-dos, on how we intend to feel. So it could be, I had a client just do hers this morning and she said, I intend to feel joy and confidence when I'm approaching people on social media. Okay. And that's building that muscle for herself. And then after that, we just make sure that what we're holding is a belief that's for the highest good of ourselves, of our clients, our prospects, humanity. And then we talk about how we envision the world. I envision a world where I'm able to help people and make a difference and where people come together and are grateful, whatever that might be. And then we end with, so be it, and it's done.
Oh,
Makes a difference.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That's really cool that you guys all do it together. I see what you mean about the client family.
Yes, the really important aspect for me personally is always having my clients in an ability to mastermind and never to feel alone and to feel surrounded with like-minded community members so that we're all oscillating at the same frequency and results happen faster. They do joint ventures together. They promote each other's businesses. They speak on stages together. They do summits together. They write books together, and they really advance and they buy products and services from each other, and they advance each other's businesses.
Yeah, I've had the same experience in masterminds. I feel like that's evidence of a great masterminds.
I love masterminds. That's the way to go.
Yeah. So I want to know, Terri, for you, like, I'm curious, like you've done so much, you've created so much, you've helped so many people. Like, what is your next dream? Like, let us in on what's next for you.
Thank you for asking that. So I created Heartrepreneur, trademarked the word, branded my company years ago, because I got really tired of the way people do business. They do business in a way that is lacking ethics and is totally transactional. Let me go get a client. Let me get someone to pay me. And so Heartrepreneur, at this point, we have about 6,500 Heartrepreneurs, and we do business heart to heart, transparently, in integrity, and authentically. And I would like to disrupt at least 1,000 more businesses this year, at least 5,000 next year, and at least 10,000 the following year. That is my goal. Disrupt the way people are doing business because people are sick and tired of it.
I want to hear more. So when you say disrupt, the way I heard what you said about transactional and changing it to heart, but I would love to hear more details of what you mean by that.
Yeah, so let me give you an example because this happened to me today. I go to my LinkedIn InMail, and I'm sure lots of people have experienced this, right? And somebody who I don't know, who clearly hasn't even bothered to look at my profile or anything about me, said, "Oh, hey, Terri, I see you're a coach. Well, I'm a coach too, and I could help you earn your first $100,000.
Oh.
Transactional. That's pitching. That's not even being authentic. They're probably sending that to, gosh, every coach out there. And so for me, number one, that turned me off. Number two, I disconnected from that person. And number three, I actually did let them know how I felt. I said, I'm giving you some free advice, not to hurt you, to help you. Don't send messages like this unless you looked at someone's profile, because you're really getting nowhere and you're wasting your time, energy, and money. You're not being authentic, you're not being transparent, nor are you being in integrity. So my kind of a message is the opposite. I see somebody, for example, in a Facebook group, and they're talking about how difficult it is for them to grow their Instagram. And my following on Instagram, it ranges between 58,000, 64,000, somewhere in there. And so I literally just sent them a message and I said, "Hey, I have a free guide that I put together that literally shows you how to do it. You don't have to opt in for it or anything. If that would be of service, let me know." That's authentic. It's extending a hand to somebody who's basically raised their hand and said, "Help, I don't know how to grow Instagram." It's a very different approach. Can you feel the differences there, Julie?
Yeah. That's exactly, I can feel the difference.
Yes.
Because there's the words and there's the script and blah, 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 but it's like I can feel the difference.
Good.
I had a similar thing happen where someone reached out to me to pitch me on something, and I'm proud of myself because I'm forwarding your movement without even realizing it, because I responded in a similar way as you. I was like, "Here's some free unsolicited advice. Like, this completely didn't land, and maybe there's another way you can do this. Here's what I recommend."
And I really do think it's up to us to kind of steer people in the right direction. And that comes from people getting bad advice. There's a lot of fake experts out there, or modeling advice from people that aren't doing business authentically. And then they're in this trap of paying those people money or buying their courses and their programs, and actually probably losing a lot of prospects versus doing business heart to heart.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. And I can understand, with as many people as you've worked with and as long as you've been around, why that would be important to you. Because I can feel that you have a passion, obviously, otherwise we wouldn't have been in it forever, for the industry, and probably wanting to leave a legacy of having it look better than you, like as good as, if not better than when you found it.
Really important to me. Like, people ask me all the time, "Are you going to retire?" I'm like, "Yeah." I sold my other companies and they're gone, and I've been doing this for decades. This is what I love. This is what I'm at home doing. And my goal every single day, I don't need to work financially. My goal is to impact more people. And if I can keep doing that, as long as I'm physically and mentally and spiritually capable, I'm going to show up and do it. It's my way of passing it forward. The world of coaching and consulting and business has been so good to me and my family that I feel it's my job, my duty, to be of service and pass it forward to others.
I'm curious if there's anything I can do, or if the viewers can do, to support you in your vision of the disruption and like forwarding this movement of heart-centered business.
Oh, what a beautiful request. Thank you. Yeah, we have a very active Facebook community. It's called Heartrepreneurs with Terri Levine. It's a community, and in that community, there's about 6,500 business owners. That community is where we hang out and we bring other like-minded people. So coming into the community, creating value in the community, inviting other businesses together. It's Entrepreneurs with Terri Levine. It's not the Terri Levine show.
Yeah.
Together are creating this entrepreneur cause and movement. And together we can disrupt businesses and really help them do business differently going forward.
Okay, so we can just find it by searching Heartrepreneur with Dr. Terri Levine on Facebook.
Yeah, so it's Heartrepreneurs with
Yeah.
Terri Levine. So just a Facebook group, Heartrepreneurs with Terri Levine.
Okay, as soon as we hop off here, I'll look. And those of you that are watching this, I invite you to go check it out as well. Cool. That's great. So really cultivating that audience and cultivating that community. That's great. So for the people who would like to get to know you more and follow you, and of course, grab your gift, maybe you could share a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the best way to get to know me is really in that Heartrepreneurs group. Number one, I want to tell a couple things. It's different. It's not, hey, let's follow everyone on, Facebook, or what. It's not that. It's valued training, resources, templates, checklists, books, ebooks done for you, all in the file section. My Instagram guide is all in there. And every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, I do a live interactive webinar. And you can go in there and ask any business, sales, or marketing questions, and I personally answer them. It's not anybody answering for me. So that's the best way to get to interact with me. And the free gift, I'm so excited about this. So I literally guarantee people that I can help them in 45 minutes or less find about $10,000 of hidden money sitting right in their business. I am a hidden marketing assets licensed. And I love doing this. So what I did was I said, well, I can't do like 45 minutes with everyone under the planet. However, I could teach you exactly how I do it, and then you can do it in your own business. So for your community, I put together an ebook on that, how I help small business owners find this 10K, and you can literally go through each thing and just do it in your business and find money.
That is so exciting. I can't wait to grab it too. Who doesn't want that?
I'm very excited. I said, how can I do this? And I thought, oh, I'll make it a guide where you can literally coach yourself through it. And that's what I did.
That is so cool. Oh, yay. Cool. Well, any final words for the people that is just intuitively coming through for you?
Thanks for that last question, because something did come through to me. Stop following what everybody else is doing. And I really mean that. If everybody else is doing X, Y, Z, that's why you look like a cookie cutter. I have never followed what coaches and consultants do. I literally follow people in other industries, and I create my business based on other success formulas. And the second piece of advice is sort of a no-brainer. Get a coach, consultant, mentor, advisor, someone who you like and you admire, who's the real deal, who has a guarantee and will stand behind what they do, and who literally is running faster than you are. And you go, I want to be them when I grow up. That's who you are. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes. That's so good. It's like, well, common sense isn't so common. So it's good to even reiterate those no-brainers sometimes. So, oh, Terri, thank you so much. And I'm so excited and honored for this opportunity to have gotten to know you and to meet you. And I hope that this relationship continues.
I look forward to it, and drop into that group, Julie Hartship. Yeah. I'd love to have your value and content in there. People will dig it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And all of you tuning in, I know that you must have enjoyed this conversation so much. Definitely go and grab Terri's amazing gift that I will also be grabbing on this page. Don't miss that. Hello. And of course, I will see you in our next conversation with the Alignment Factor Unlocked.